Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. All right, so I started fasting because Jesus Christ inspired me. Growing up, I really loved the story about how Jesus fasted 40 days to talk to God. And I was so inspired by that story, I decided to do that. Cut to 2023, where I have fasted over 400 days since I started in 2018. Peace to me, right? Woo! Peace to me. Seriously though, peace to me. I do mean that. But that's what's cool about fasting. Fasting is all about finding your inner peace. No, walk on this path. Fasting is specifically about being able to control your emotions. And this is what I have to then build upon with the ego. For you to even be aware that you have emotions means that you have your own ego. We have to know that, because your ego creates emotions in order to connect with other egos. And if you did not know that, now you do. Okay? Because that's the truth. Everyone who wakes up driving these cars, going to work every day, serving the system, they all have egos that are generating emotions. So every ego is emotional. The ego itself is emotional. And this is why, if you want to experience energy, you have to generate motion, emotion. That's your heartbeat. Literally. If you want to experience your body, if you want to build a healthy body, it starts with the vibration. It starts with the emotion. It starts with movement. So when you think about emotion being your energetic motion, just understand that words are intentional. And this language is really dumb. Like, the language I'm speaking right now is so incredibly dumb. English was designed to dumb everyone down. And that's why Masons are using it to teach us that we only live once. Yet when you look at the John Adams library, you can see that the system that says pagan gods are evil are using pagan gods to hold their system together. So my question is, who's really evil? And that is a real conversation that egos would have to have every day if they decided to care about the Matrix and the history behind the Matrix and the history behind money. But if people don't care about history and don't care about the past, then they're going to keep using everything they stole from Mercury to make money supporting themselves. And that's why God has been stabbing me in the back, and why I have to keep dealing with God betraying me, because I trust spirits who don't trust themselves. And when you trust people who don't trust themselves, you get stabbed in the back. That's how white people stole all this land from indigenous people, because they don't trust the world that they came from. So now that they come into a world that is trustworthy, they do way more evil things than anyone wants to imagine in order to take it for themselves. And that is the Ku Klux Klan naming themselves after Kukulkan Khan. All right? So it's all rooted in jealousy, and it's all rooted in the desire to be seen as the best. And that's what the ego is all about, bro. The ego is all about being seen as the best, bro. If you're not able to be seen as the best, then you low-key don't even want to be there. And kids show this all the time. Kids will show that if they can't be seen as the best, they would rather leave. A lot of the time, most of the time. Especially, like, with me walking through an athletic environment right now, a lot of athletes, I hear them. A lot of kids and adults doing their athlete thing right over here, exercising. When people feel like they can't be seen as the best, they will leave, because they want to go somewhere where they are seen as the best. So this is why athletes will leave and stop playing if their talents are not being appreciated by their team. That's why a partner, you can be with a partner and they will leave you if they feel like you're not appreciating them for how they appreciate themselves. And that's all the ego. That's all only possible because we all have our own egos, and we use our egos to express our desire. And the desire to be yourself is timeless. Seriously. The desire to be oneself is never going to end. That's a desire that never stops. Now, people may suppress that desire for a while, but it's really an awakening journey. And that's where we end up getting the conversation of the soul and how one can create a soul that suppresses one's ego so that you don't have to be yourself for a bit. That's where we then get the stories of people who want to remember who they are, though, so that they can go back to being themselves. And now, boom, it's all an ego journey. And it's all about them becoming more aware of what they chose to be unaware of previously. That's Kingdom Hearts, for example. Just one of those. So many anime are about memories. All right, so anime is all ego journeys. Anime is just straight up ego world. And that's the only way anime even really works, is all these different egos choosing to take these different actions every day. And then when they interact inside of this atmosphere, there's a bunch of collisions, there's a bunch of fighting, there's a bunch of energy excitement, and now we have episodes. And then that becomes like a form of the Bible, where people start to live their life by the episodes written in anime, all because of the ego. All right, so believe in yourself. If I could land this anywhere for us to end right here, it would be to believe in yourself, because you already have a self to believe in. You might as well believe in it more.